Hi, my name's Maureen Kroner and I'm from AdventHealth Kissimmee, and this is AdventHealth TV.
Hi everyone, I'm Tom Johnson. Thanks for clicking into this episode of AdventHealth TV. On the most recent episode of the AdventHealth Morning Briefing, we talked with AdventHealth for Children CMO, Dr. Michael Keating. We looked at the current state trend of COVID-19 cases skewing younger. The two categories with the highest number of cases in Florida right now, 15 to 24 and 25 to 34. We asked Dr. Keating why.
Watch the news. What you have: college frat parties, open bars, rallies, football games where people appear to be pretty tightly packed, and everybody's got their mask below their nose. I mean, it's just a bad message. If you look at the CDC's directives, 6 feet and 15 minutes of exposure to an infected patient, you've got a really high risk of getting COVID.
Every week on AdventHealth Morning Briefing, we update you live with the latest on the pandemic through interviews with AdventHealth physicians and leaders. We also take your questions live. You can watch every Thursday morning at 8:30 on the Life at AdventHealth Central Florida Facebook page. An important step forward in the care of children across the Central Florida Division. It comes thanks to a new partnership with Rady Children's Institute for Genomic Medicine. The program will be based out of AdventHealth for Children's Orlando campus. The partnership brings rapid and ultra-rapid whole genome sequencing to Central Florida families for the first time. The testing will help critically ill babies and children in intensive care who have unexplained medical conditions.
We may not fully understand what's going on because the disease manifestation hasn't progressed to a point where it is very clear, based on the current available diagnostic tools, to know as to what is exactly going on. We can do rapid genetic analysis and get that result within days, sometimes as short as 48 hours turnaround, where we can make the diagnosis, tailor the therapy, and certainly provide an answer for the child and the family, which is a big deal.
Dig! If you haven't heard, we broke ground recently on a new freestanding ER and health park in Claremont. They're going up near the intersection of State Road 50 and Citrus Tower Boulevard. The two-story, 36,000 square foot health park includes primary and specialty care practices, in addition to imaging, outpatient sports medicine and rehab, lab services, and much more.
This health park will be only the second in all of AdventHealth across the country. We have reimagined the healthcare experience based on extensive consumer research, with the goal of providing an easy, seamless, convenient experience.
The ER and health park are expected to open in October next year. For the second time in just a few months, AdventHealth team members have saved someone's life outside of work. This time it happened during a lunch break at a Central Florida restaurant.
I think it's definitely something that none of us expected.
We arrived to the restaurant. We went after work for lunch.
There were these two gentlemen that were behind us. They were having lunch. Shortly after, Laura noticed the Chili's employees at the front door. And we started getting curious, so we stood up and we looked outside. One of the gentlemen that was sitting from across from us had fallen. So we both went outside, called 911, initiated CPR. We had to do chest compressions. The guy apparently had a heart attack. Since this was the first time for either of us, as we were doing CPR, he started getting color back in his face, so we knew we were doing something right. I tell everyone I couldn't stop singing the song that they teach you in CPR class, you know, staying alive, staying alive. It was almost instinctual for us to check the pulse, check his breathing, and administer aid. And then EMS arrived shortly afterwards, about 10 minutes later, to take him to the nearest emergency room. Just to think if we were not there, what would have happened with him. I was so lucky that she was there. I was so lucky that we had that trust with each other. It felt great that we were able to do that together. The training is great, definitely for anybody that works at AdventHealth, kind of being thrown in that situation. I definitely just feel like I'm working in the right place. I'm thankful that AdventHealth has given us the support and the opportunity to feel empowered to do these things both in work and outside of work.
Amazing story. You know how sometimes you just wish you could have a few moments of peaceful tranquility while you're working? Well, check this out. That is a 200-gallon saltwater fish tank. Nice, soothing lighting, probably has that hypnotic hum coming from it too. Pretty peaceful. Well, this is Executive Assistant Monique Hayward's current office set up at home. She tells us she's able to stay productive working with 3 screens, and then when she needs a little moment to pause and re-energize, she just glances up at that cool aquatic environment. Sharing your pics and videos with us is easy. Just email them to us at AdventHealth TV@AdventHealth.com. We'll see you next time. Until then, stay healthy and feel whole.